Raven Elyse TV.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven and I'm back with a new beauty video. Finally, this video is going to be a full face using only e.l.f. cosmetics. I'm using only e.l.f. makeup, only e.l.f. makeup brushes, only e.l.f. makeup sponges, only e.l.f. tweezers, glue, eyelashes, everything. If it's not made by e.l.f., it is not going on my face today. So if you want to see how I got this full look using only e.l.f. cosmetics, then just keep on watching. Real quick before we get into the makeup, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on. Look down below, click that little bell button to turn on notifications. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video so you don't miss them. And yeah, just subscribe, join the squad, join the family. It's fun, I promise, and it's free. Okay guys, so yeah, I'm only going to be using e.l.f. products, and I'm also making it a little bit more of an extra challenge because I told myself I had to use what was already in my collection. I couldn't go to the store to buy anything new today. So I did not buy anything new. This is just what I already have in my collection, what has already been sent to me in PR. And if I'm missing anything, if I needed anything special, too bad, because I have to make use with what I already have. So I am in the e.l.f. Beauty Squad, which just means that they do send me PR packages every so often. But I have also been purchasing e.l.f. products ever since I started wearing makeup, and it's been some of my favorite products to use. So this is a mix between PR, personal purchases, just a mix of everything. And as you can probably already tell, I am breaking out really bad. I don't know what's going on. We'll talk about that in a different video. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of foundation concealer things to use, and I'm breaking out really bad. This is going to be a challenge, but here we go. We're gonna make it work. So I went through my collection and I picked out just a bunch of products. This is not my whole entire e.l.f. makeup collection. This is about half of what I own currently. I also separated out all of my e.l.f. makeup brushes. So all of these are only made by e.l.f., including tweezers. All right, so gotta drink some sweet tea to get me juiced up for this challenge. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be using is going to be my first time using it, so we're just going to see as we go how each product works. The first thing I have is the e.l.f. Eye Refresh. So it just looks like this, and it says to gently roll from the inner to the outer corner of the eye to brighten and refresh. Ooh, it does have a cooling sensation. Woo! Next, I'm going to be trying the Prep and Hydrate Balm. It comes in this cute little aqua colored stick. It looks like a glue stick, kind of. And you twist it up. It feels very hydrating and cooling. It kind of has that same cooling thing like the under eye stuff. So I'm just going to put this over my skin. While that soaks in, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with the Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer. And this says it's supposed to prep your eyelids for longer lasting eyeshadow. Just going to blend that in with my fingers. I also need to moisturize my lips, so I'm going to be using the Lip Kiss Balm in Bare Kiss. Not sure if this is going to deposit a lot of pigment. Hopefully not, because I just need it for the moisturizing part. Okay, so that did put some color on there, not too much. I think I can work with it, but definitely moisturizing. And now for an actual makeup primer, I'm going to be using the Blemish Control Face Primer. It's in the green one. So I'm guessing they made it green to counteract the redness of your, oh wait, just kidding. The actual stuff is not green. So I'm just gonna apply this with my fingers, mostly focusing on my, oops, got some chunks. We got some chunks. This feels kind of tacky. I mean, I guess that'll help the makeup stick on. Okay, so I have some glitter on my eyes. I don't know if I accidentally touched some glitter on my makeup table or if that primer has glitter in it. Does this have glitter in it? Why would eyeshadow primer have glitter? Oops, I just got on my nose. Yes, it does. This eyeshadow primer that I just got on my nose has glitter in it. That's kind of weird. Okay, so moving straight into the challenging part because I don't have the proper products. The only thing I have in terms of foundation or concealer from e.l.f. in my collection right now is the foundation serum in Deep. and this foundation palette in medium dark. So this foundation palette is something I have used in the past to contour with, because as you can see, it's a pretty dark palette for my shade, and it works well for like cream contour. I've never tried it as an actual foundation. This shade right here is like the only shade that could possibly work for me, so that's what I'm going to be hoping and praying and trying to use today. And then I only have this foundation serum. I think this is going to be just like a tinted moisturizer type situation, but I'm going to try a little bit of this first just to see what it does. Oh yes, it is definitely full-blown liquid. Just adding a little bit of pigment, no coverage, very, very lightweight. This is definitely for people who have amazing skin and they just want to like add some color to their skin or something. I'm also going to take some more of this and bring it down my neck just to bronze me up, since I know I'm going to need it. This is like self-tanner because it's so thin and liquidy, it just rubs in. That's really what this is good for. Instant self-tan, except don't hug anybody. And maybe I shouldn't be doing this with a brand new white top on. I'm gonna pull my shoulders down. Ooh, now I look naked. It has a really nice like dry satin finish. Like I don't feel like I need to set this with powder, like rubbing it. Normally if I was doing this with foundation or something, I would feel so gross right now and I would feel like I need to like powder my chest, but this like dries down and it feels very matte and satiny, so I think I will continue using this for this purpose. All right, so now that I'm a little bit bronzed up with this, I'm gonna go into this lightest shade with the foundation palette and try to make a foundation out of it. I'm just gonna go in with this e.l.f. stippling brush into this lightest shade. Okay, the color is not bad actually. Now that I'm bronzed up, the color is actually really not bad. I think we're getting somewhere, guys. But for those of you out there who are watching this video for like real life purposes and you actually want to know what e.l.f. products to use, I have in the past used their acne fighting foundation. It comes in a little bottle like this with a black top. It is actually pretty good. So look for the e.l.f. acne fighting or blemish control acne fighting, something like that, liquid foundation. But this one right now is actually not bad. I'm trying to build it up a little bit on my most broken out areas, but this is a pretty gnarly breakout. Even my most full coverage high-end foundation would probably be struggling to cover it, so I'm not going to be too hard on e.l.f. about it. I am going to go ahead and put this on my under eye as well because I don't have a concealer or anything. Okay, so I think that's good for the base foundation. Now I'm actually going to go in with the darker shade over here and do a little bit of cream contour. Same brush, and just want to, not really even so much contour, but just kind of bronze up a little bit. Maybe go into the darker one, mix it together. There we go. Under the nose, chin, and forehead. All right, so now to set everything, I have the HD powder in sheer. So this is just like their translucent powder. So it just looks like this. I'm going to pour some out into the lid. It's a very, very finely milled powder. It's like the Makeup Forever HD powder, whatever it's called. It's like very white and very, very finely milled. So I'm going to use it with this e.l.f. powder brush. Wow. I've heard ItsMyRayeRaye talk about this powder a lot. She like really loves it. She says don't bake with it though, because it does have really bad flashback if you put too much. But now I see why she likes this powder. Like it actually sets really, really well. Only thing is, this might not be the right brush to use with it because I feel like it is disturbing my base a little bit. Some of my blemishes are starting to come back through. I'm gonna go back into the foundation just to try and recover some of these spots. Alright, so I think that's about as flawless as my base is going to get for now. So before I do anything else to the face, I'm going to move on to eyebrows. I have the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in dark and in medium, and I also have their clear eyebrow gel, which I use all the time. There's also a clear mascara on the other side. I don't really use that, but I do like the eyebrow gel. e.l.f. spoolie, and brush my brows out. e.l.f. angled brush, and I'm going into the creamy side of the eyebrow kit, and I'm using the dark one. And I'm just gonna start filling in my brows. This is actually a really good eyebrow kit. Like, if you're looking for an affordable eyebrow product, I used to use this all the time. And now I'm gonna go into the powder side of the kit just to kind of set it and deepen up certain parts. Then I'm gonna go in with the clear brow gel. Brows are done. Moving on to the eyes, I have a million gazillion e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes. I have some old ones, tried and true, that I've used before, and I have a lot of new ones. I kind of want to try some new ones. I have the Mad for Matte 2 palette, and I also have the original Mad for Matte palette. So this is Mad for Matte 1. It has all your go-to neutral matte shades. And this is Mad for Matte 2. So some warmer shades. I got a little purple in there, a little orange in there, but still really good neutral shades, and they are all matte. So this orangey shade next to the purple looks like it's gonna be really pretty, so I'm gonna go with that one first. Taking on a e.l.f. fluffy brush and going into my crease. These shadows actually have pretty good color payoff, and they blend out pretty well. Next, I'm going to take this mauve color right above it and put that on the outer corner. Next, I'm going to go into this palette, which is a shimmer palette called Need It Nude, and I'm going to go into this middle golden orangish shimmer shade right here. And I'm going to put that on the center of my lid. And I'm just using the e.l.f. Precision eyeshadow brush. To intensify the very center of the lid, I'm going to go in with this brighter, lighter yellow gold shade right here. Just on the other side of this same brush. And put it right in the center. As you can see, I'm not wetting the brush or doing anything, and these actually work really well. Going back to the first fluffy brush I used, I'm just gonna blend out the crease. Going back into the Mad for Matte 2 palette, and with the e.l.f. Precision Smudge brush, which is just like a little smudger brush, I'm going to go into that first shade that we used, this little terracotta shade, and I'm going to put that under my lower lash line. I think I want to deepen it up a little bit, so with this same little smudge brush, I'm going to go in with this purple actually, and just deepen up just this outer V. Blend that out. Okay, so I'm going to leave the eyes and go back to the face for a second. I have the e.l.f. Powder Contour Palette. It has some highlight shades and some contour powder shades in here as well. I'm going to be taking the darkest contour shade on this larger brush and trying to carve out my cheekbones just a tad. Then I'm going to go into this bronzer palette, which just has a bunch of different bronzer shades in it, and I'm going to mix together a couple of the dark ones and go over my cheeks as well. I'm going to go on my forehead, chin. Now I'm going to be taking one of my favorite Holy Grail brushes by e.l.f. that I always use for this. This is actually their Flawless Concealer brush, but it's like a fat, fluffy brush. And this is what I use to contour my nose every single day, no matter what. And I'm actually going to mix together the dark contour shade and the dark bronzer shade and just, you know, create a little cocktail and tap it off a lot and snatch my nose real quick. I know my nose contour looks really weird right now, but we have to highlight, we have to bring it together. I'm gonna go into this yellow shade out of the contour palette with this small tapered brush by e.l.f., which is also a really nice brush. I really like it. And I'm gonna mix a little into this lighter shade, but this has shimmer in it, so I don't wanna put too much. And I'm going to go under my under eye to brighten, since I didn't have a brightening concealer or anything. And I'm also going to bump it up against my nose contour. I'm also going to brighten up a little bit on my Cupid's bow area and right here. And on my chin. And I'm going to try and cut my contour a little bit too. Next, I have this HD highlighting powder in Bronzed Glow. It's supposed to come in a little compact, but mine totally broke and exploded, so I have it in a cup, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush and just pick up a little bit of it from off the top of the broken mess and just add some Bronzed Glow to my whole side of my face. For blush, I have this blush palette, which is actually one of my favorites. I always use these two shades, so I'm gonna mix those together. For highlighter, I have another HD powder. This one is in Starlight Glow HD highlighting powder. So now you can see what it's really supposed to look like. Ooh. So I'm just gonna take it on my small tapered brush. I've never tried this before, but it looks promising, so let's see. That's pretty. Now I'm going to take it onto an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush to highlight my nose. I'm going to put some on my Cupid's bow, and I'm also going to use this on my brow bone and in my inner corner. It's just touching up my blush a little bit now that I have my highlighter on. Before I do anything else, I'm going to set all this powder on my face with the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Setting Spray with aloe and green tea and cucumber and vitamins A, C, and E. While my face is still wet from that, I'm going to go back over the highlighter just right here. Woo! Make it bling it. For mascara, I have two mascaras. I have the Defying Mascara and the Lash Tint Mascara. The Lash Tint looks like it has a really skinny brush, so I'm thinking I'm going to use this on my lower lashes. Now I'm going in with the Lash Tint Mascara for the lower lashes, which has this really teeny tiny brush. Zaya just woke up from her nap while I was filming, so if you hear a little mouse down here, that's just her. I'm gonna put her down here in the room. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put on these lashes. These are the Winged and Bold in their Luxe Lash Kit. They look like this. Oh, and it does come with lash glue after all, so we have the glue, we have the e.l.f. tweezers, and everything. Normally I wouldn't use the e.l.f. glue, I would use like my black duo glue, but we gonna use this today. While that gets tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. I have a couple of e.l.f. lip liners. This is the Line and Blend one. So one side is like a roll-up lip liner and the other side has like a lip brush on it. This is in a red color though, so I'm not gonna use this one. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my old favorites, which is just their old school e.l.f. lip liner in the color Spice. Okay, so after about 9 days of having to try to put those eyelashes on, I finally got them on, somewhat burly. There's a huge gap in this one. This one is like coming off, but they're on my eyes, okay? Like, this is gonna have to do. That glue, I'm sorry e.l.f., but your eyelash glue needs some work. It just needs some work, okay? For lips, I want to try this Day to Night lipstick duo in I Love Pinks. So it just looks like this. Okay, just kidding, I don't like this color. Instead, I'm gonna go in with one of my old favorites, which is this matte lip color lipstick in the color Praline. It's like a neutral shade, it looks like this. And since I already set my face, that pretty much completes the look. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. I don't think it came out half bad. I'm pretty impressed actually. There were some products that were kind of like hit or miss, you know, not my favorite. I definitely need to check out some more of their foundation concealer type products, definitely. And I don't like their eyelash glue. I'm just gonna say that straight out. I do not like their eyelash glue. But the lashes themselves, pretty good. Almost everything else that I used, pretty darn good, especially considering the price. So if you're looking for any affordable products, definitely check out some of the stuff that I used today. You can go to Target, your grocery store, CVS, Walgreens. I think those places have e.l.f. as well, and you can order it online too, especially if you're looking for the brushes or something. Their brushes are actually really good, and I use them all the time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked the way this makeup look turned out. I have actually done this challenge one time before, a long time ago, so if you guys want to see that one, then check down below. I will link it. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite e.l.f. makeup product is. I feel like I've kind of been asleep on e.l.f., like I might be missing out, so let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more of them, make sure you're subscribed like I said earlier, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.